Hey Joel, it's Brian Hartman. I wanted to get back to you. I got a chance to review your website and wanted to go over with you the three things that we can do today to help you generate more opportunities to bring in business. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn off the camera because you already know who I am. And this way you can focus on the information I'm going to be going over in the screencast. There we go. So the first thing is most likely you're sitting asking yourself, why would I be doing this for free and what's in it for me? Well, you're lucky because I read minds, and the answer is oftentimes in the world of the internet, most local business owners are just too busy running their business to learn how the internet can benefit them and their company. Sometimes the only hesitation they have to actually hiring someone is they don't know who's an expert and who isn't. And I found by giving people an easy free attack plan of actual things they can do to impact their business for free has resulted in some of the business owners still raising their hands and saying, I like you, Brian, please do this for me. So if by the end of this video you like what you heard and you can see that I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve that I can help you with your business, shoot me a message back and we can chat. Or if at the end of the video you simply want to take this free attack plan I gave you to do yourself, that works for me too. Let's show you three things that will set your company above your competition, not waste any more of your time or mine. First thing I want to go over is content. So anything that you can highlight on your homepage typically is content that Google is able to read. In order to optimize Google, you want to have about 1,500 words on your homepage. And as you can see, all of this is not able to be read. There's really not a lot of content for Google to be able to determine what you do and what your focus is and who you're looking to reach out to. Um, and content can also be found in pictures that you're posting, but behind those pictures. So if you right click and do save as, we could sneak some keywords into here. For example, cyber insurance in New York, or builder's risk insurance, or cannabis insurance. Instead of just titling it Starisks, tailored insurance, you could fit the actual keywords that you're looking for in there. That goes for all of the photos that you have. So the other piece of content that I would say is in your list of services, you don't mention you have cannabis, but you don't mention cyber risk, cyber insurance, and builder's risk insurance. So we may want to increase the number of services that actually show up here so people can find it. Um, so I went and did a search on cannabis insurance New York, and as you can see here, organically GenCap came up first. And as we scroll down, unfortunately, Starisks does not appear. It also does not appear in what we call the map pack or the top three, and I'm going to be going over that in a little bit as well. So let's take a look at your competition. GenCap, when you go through their website, has quite a bit of, as you can see, readable content on it. Okay? So not far off. That's easy, and we can add more content, but we also want to enrich it with keywords. And what I want to go over for you is the keywords that are appearing on your website, and then be able to show you what GenCap is working with. So I use a tool called Ahrefs. This is Ahrefs, and it runs about $200 to $300 a month. It's something that you can check out if you ever want to be able to get more information about your website or others. But what I'm going to be showing you today is a couple of things. We're going to be talking about backlinks in a little bit. And right now we're going over organic keywords. So your keywords that you're showing on your website are everything except cannabis, builder's risk, and cyber insurance. So, unfortunately, when people search for cannabis insurance New York or builder's risk insurance New York, they're not going to find your website because you don't have it enriched with those keywords. So what we'd want to do is be able to increase the content and also fill in the keywords of what you're looking to focus on. As you can see here, GenCap has quite a bit more keywords, 2,500, that's bringing 1,900 traffic per month. Huge difference between 6 and no traffic organically, and 2,500 that's bringing 1,900 a month searches, traffic to their website. And that's what we can do to be able to help you increase that and get you to move up in the rankings. So usually what you find when you do a search, like we'll go here, Cyber Insurance New York, the tops are usually sponsored. That's ads. And ads really don't work so well. People have complained that it really doesn't bring a quality lead to them. After that is uh, organic rankings, which we're going to go over backlinks and how to be able to get you there. And then if you scroll down, you see the map pack. That's the top 3, we like to call it. So top 3 in the map pack, typically 50% of people that search and find you will click and go to your website. Huge. Organics, about 60% of people that don't go to these will actually call you if they find you in the organic rankings. That's why you want to be number 1 there as well. So we talked about content, we talked about keywords. The next thing I wanted to go over is citations. It's the second most important thing to go over, and that's where the Google Map Pack comes in. So you'll find names, addresses, and phone numbers typically. And let's see if I can bring up real quick. I want to show you some of the sites that you can go to be able to actually get your name and email address and phone number. Bear with me 1 second. Let me get this on here. There you go. These are some of the directories that you can use to get your name, address, and phone number out there. And those are called NAPs. The more that you have, the higher up you will rank in the map pack. And so typically on average, the top 3 will have about 150 of these what are called citations or NAPs. So in order to really blow out the competition, what we would do is have about 250 to 300 of these citations. So that way you can move up the ranks in the map pack. So that's typically what we do to get you into the top 3. And then the last thing that I wanted to go over is how do we get you to the top organically? And that's something called backlinks or link juice. If we go back to your page on Ahrefs, you can see that currently you have 58 backlinks. Your competition has 5,400 backlinks. And you can see Blue Line Agency, which is number 1 in builder's risk. You see it right there. They currently have 140 backlinks, and then Converge Insurance has 152 backlinks. So you can see that your competition is moving up the ranks to the number one position organically because they have these backlinks. So what are backlinks? Backlinks are basically what sets authority for your business. It's one website pointing back to your website that has relevance in the industry. It's just like if you were not very popular in high school, but all of a sudden you came to school with the best Air Jordans around. All the popular kids are going to be looking at you and pointing at you and saying, wow, you got amazing Air Jordans. And if you're using that analogy with websites, insurance websites or relevant websites that are pointing back to you are going to give your website more authority. So the more backlinks that you have pointing back to your website will help increase your rank organically. And that was the third thing that I wanted to cover today. In closing, we went over content. Your front page needs to have at least 1,500 words. Citations, those are the name, address, and phone numbers in various directories. The average website has about 150. We want to blow it out of the water and get between 250 to 300 to beat out your competition. And then lastly, backlinks or link juice. You need more relevant sites pointing at you guys to show Google you are the authority. If we implement all of these strategies today, you can be number one across Google. So I'm Psychic, remember? So I bet you're wondering, what now? Well, you can either go with this information I provided you today and do this on your own, and I'm totally cool with that. Or if you want the most effective route and want to save yourself the time, give me a call. You know how to reach me, 561-633-8971. I'll also Here I am. I'll also send you a link in the email I'm going to send this screencast to that has my calendar. So you can click on it to be able to schedule an appointment. I look forward to hearing back from you soon, Joe. Have a good day.